Welcome to part 6 of our Village of Shadows run through the Resident Evil Village game. This is a very short video. It's really here just to make sure that all of the castle is blue. As a complete walkthrough, as a complete gameplay with full commentary, we wanted to make sure that everything in the castle is blue. You can't get back to the castle after you leave the castle, so make sure it's complete here. In the last video, we picked up the last two lockpicks that were in the castle. So in total, there were 3 lockpicks, 3 things to unlock in the castle. We're going to go back and unlock the 2 of them. I was expecting that to turn the entire hallway blue. Yeah, look, a painting we can click on too. And so there's something remaining in here that we missed. I'm beginning to wonder if it's in the... It's actually up here to our left. Yeah, it's in there. It's odd that you can't even see it until you break the glass. Okay, so now we're blue. And the reason I'm going back this way is that, yep, I heard her big heavy footsteps. I don't want anything to do with Lady Dimitrescu, so... My goal is to, if she comes all the way into the room, to run around the couch. I was beginning to think she wasn't going to come through. This is reminiscent of the start of the last video where she walks through a door that we're trying to walk through. Lots of fun. Okay, so we used one of the lockpicks. We know that there's another lockpick that we need to use. And there's also, in the last episode, we found a map that would lead us down to a treasure. And we want to complete the first of the combinable treasures that way. You can see that once you're out ahead of her, you really are not in much danger anymore. And even though this is Village of Shadows, she moves fast, but it's meant to be like the tyrant from Resident Evil 2, where you're not supposed to fight with her; you're just supposed to run from her. This is the 5th lock in the game that we've unlocked. There are only 8 available. The Cat Burglar, that challenge actually requires you unlock 15. There are only 8 per playthrough. So, but you do find 10 picks. So, if like me, you don't sell the lock picks by accident, don't do what I did. Then you'll have a couple of extra after every playthrough. In this case, I sold all my extras just before we entered the castle, so I had to find all 3 lockpicks to use on the 3 chests that were in the castle. And you can see that most of the map is blue. There's going to be one little piece of red right there at the end, and that's going to point to it. That's where the iron insignia key is needed to get through the gate down in the cellars. So we're going to head back that way. Whoops, here she is again. Thanks. Luckily, most of the castle has multiple routes to get anywhere, so if you encounter her, just turn around and run the other way. I don't know why I'm coming over here. Oh, I know why I'm coming over here. Because there's a treasure. There's a little black part on one of my maps that I didn't point out well, but it's right here into the lady's bathroom, and in the huge tub in the corner, you find her lipstick. That was hinted at a note that was just upstairs in the music room. That dress on that mannequin is always kind of surprising. And you can see she does move. She does follow you. She's already all the way here, so I'm going to bait her all the way over this way. And then use the bathroom as a loop around to go behind her. So. Alright, now we're headed down to the basement, the cellar, and the iron insignia walk on a gate. So, back through the dining room and the kitchen area. You'll notice that as we get to the kitchen area that there starts to be foes again. I mean, we had cleared this area, but Once you get that iron key and you start headed in this direction towards that gate, you will encounter a few of these. Originally, this video was part of the video before it, and that video was running just a little bit long, but I didn't want to start a video with this where it's just kind of treasure hunting, so I cut it out. But the reason I'm not patient enough here, I guess it is because I'm thinking, well, this video is running really long, and I need to wrap it up, and so I wind up in a kind of a little mess here. I can't see him coming through the thing. I should have just waited in the hallway and got him. Wow, that was a bad shot. Luckily, those heal potions go in fast, and they're always full heal. So you don't need to clog up your inventory with heal potions. You can use one, then make one. And that way they only ever take up 2 spots in your thing. Alright, so we're going to use the key, and inside here is the second of what I call the fire puzzles. I do a really bad job. It's probably because the stake is just a little too powerful and it knocks these braziers around a little too much. So you got to start the puzzle off by breaking that hole in the wall. You can see the firelight coming through it. There's a lit brazier in there. Blow that apart, and we'll light this one by knocking it against this stable one. Now you have to get these two swinging to hit each other, and it normally isn't making it much harder than it needed to be. If you get them to swing towards the middle of the room over there instead of directly at each other, I'm doing a horrible job. I apologize. But just for anybody else out there that's struggled with lighting these braziers. See, really, that I thought should have lit it. Okay, so I'll try from the other side and do just as bad of a job over here. The idea is to get them to swing and to meet in kind of the middle. The timing's sort of weird. The stake is just... You can see it's just knocking them all over the place, so it's very hard to control. I finally do figure it out. Come stand over here. There you go. See, it's not hard. Alright, inside here you're going to find the second piece of a combinable treasure. This is the Azure Eye Ring. And you're going to find the Azure Eye, presumably in that skull. So somebody who's using it as a false eye. You're going to put it with the silver ring that you found upstairs, and it makes an Azure Eye Ring. Watch how the little eye follows you around. It's a neat material. A couple of things left in here to pick up. Another crystal fragment and some shotgun shells. Oh, delay. Now we're going to go back through the map and make sure. Everything was blue. So we're going to head back to the Duke, sell, upgrade our V61, and that'll end the game. Or, well, in the video, not the game. The game is just starting. We're about a third of the way through, maybe, well, between a quarter and a third of the way through the game at this point. Long run back to the hallway. Don't think we encounter her again. Now you'll see when we sell the ring, it's worth
seeking something
considerably more than the 2 parts would have been if you'd sold them individually.
What are you buying?
It's worth 12,000.
Just something an old friend of mine.
All right,
used to say.
so we're going to sell this, upgrade our V61, and Starting in the next video, we will start with the boss fight with Lady Dimitrescu herself. Hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.
This should be enough.